Welcome back, it's Al here from Gold Coast School of Guitar, and I just got off the phone to a prospective student and they want to learn that song there, On the Road Again, that's what it's called, by Willie Nelson. And like, they've got no prior experience with the guitar. They want to learn this song because they've got this bit of challenge happening for their choir group. And they want to be able to play that song. And it presented a couple of challenges for me, because like, generally to play a song like that with the full bar chords and everything like that, it's going to take some time, all right? And I don't think there was enough time for this person to get that done in its proper form, okay? And so I thought about it, and like, because it's not a typical beginner song, because it's not something I would run through like a 4-chord song with my easy change chords, because this progression doesn't lend well to that kind of path. So I had to have a think about it, and what I come up with is, because like, I could start them on open chords, and we could just put the capo up here on the 4th fret. We could do that. But that's going to be, again, that was too difficult a choice, because the dexterity and the finger gymnastics to get those open chords going, plus like a strum pattern going, is going to be way too much. Okay, so, and then my next thought was, okay, well, we could do it like this. Alright, da da dee doo da 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 da. And even though this person, she said it doesn't have to be perfect for the thing, I know from experience, acoustic guitar players do not like the sound of power chords, right? And that's what I've just done there. Right? Even though that can work really well, and you can start playing songs, it just doesn't sound like the song. It's okay if you want to play metal and stuff like that, you can dig into the power chords, and that's an easy way to get into the songs. So I had to have a think, what could we do to get this going for this person? And I thought, well, if it doesn't have to be perfect, but we've only got like a couple of months until she has to perform it, what can we do from day one? How can we get it going from day one? So then I thought about it. I'm like, so I started to adapt it. So I knew we were in the key of E, and I thought, well, let's change keys as well. We can make it a different key. But still it comes up against all these, it's basically that second chord, the dominant 7th there. That was the issue that was running in the way, especially if we're doing bar chords or any open chords. So I thought, what if we just use the E shape, the E open chord shape, play it with fingers 2, 3, and 4, and just strum strings 5, 4, and 3, or your A, D, and G string. All right. And what we can do from this, and this is the way I would take it as a person day one, and they really wanted to play this song by Willie Nelson, is just like, just strum those 3 strings. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got my E major shape, but just instead of like the traditional textbook diagram of 1, 2, 3, I'm just playing 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then I'm just going to slide this shape along after I do the 2 dots on the 2 measures on the E, sorry. I'm going to slide that along so my second finger is still in that shape, but my second finger is on the 5th fret. Okay, fingers 3 and 4 on the 6th fret there. And what I'm going to do to get this 7th, so this is my sort of block that I'm just about to readjust. I'm going to leave my 3rd finger there, take my pinky off, and put my 1st finger on string 4 at fret 4. and strike those 3 strings. And then I've got my dominant 7 sound. So without crazy finger gymnastics or just really dance big powerful power chords, I've got like a dominant 7th chord going, which is perfect for the next chord. Right, so we've got our E chord, and then we're moving up. So my 2nd finger's coming up to the 5th fret, taking my pinky off, put my 1st finger down on fret 4 of the D string there, and I'm still striking the same strings. So here's the beauty in it. I'm not going to move these fingers off these strings. So all I'm going to do for this whole progression is just play on strings 5, 4, and 3, or your A, D, and G strings. Okay. So even that is going to test a beginner, but I believe it's a more of achievable way than open chords, and it sounds way better than power chords on an acoustic guitar. If we're doing a rocked up metal version of On the Road Again, let's do power chords, but we're not doing that. All right, so we've got our E shape, fingers 2, 3, and 4, and then we move up to the 5th fret with our 2nd finger, take our pinky off, and our 1st finger on the 4th string there. So fingers 2 and 3 don't move. So that's our little anchor chords, anchor fingers, or points. Okay, and from here, so after that, this is actually a G sharp 7. We're going to slide everything back 2 frets. So we've got our original shape back here. So my 2nd finger is on fret 3 there. Fingers 3 and 4 on fret 4. But I'm going to play a minor shape here. All right? And all I'm going to do is just take my 2nd finger off and put my 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. So I've got that like an F sharp minor. Okay? So I'm still basing everything on this one shape, this E major shape. I'm just sliding along those strings there, and then just changing the shape slightly, right? So when I go back here, I'm just lifting my 2nd finger off, put my 1st finger on, right? You can see it in the diagrams. So I've got there, back 2 frets, okay? And there's my first 3 shapes for this song. So I would, once they know where to go, right, and to do that, I just keep it really slow like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Just like that. I may choose, depends how they're going. If they're really slow with their changes, what I would do is just keep them there for a little bit longer just with those 3 chords and get them to strum on the pulse, or what I call steady like strum. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you notice I'm keeping everything slow. I would have the actual song on, I would have the tempo way down on that, probably around 60% maybe, or whatever seems to work for the student. So for like yourself, just take the tempo down, and then just get that going first. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, back 2 frets with the 1st finger. Okay, and then I would just keep it at that tempo, right? Because we're going to add another 2 chords to complete that verse progression. All right, now the good thing is I'm going to use the same shape as I did for the 1st chord. Right, I'm just going to bring it right up. So I'm going to take this E shape that we had at the start up to the 6th fret and play 6th fret on the 2nd finger, 3rd and 4th fingers are on the 7th fret, and I'm just still playing those same 3 strings. A, D, and G. Right? And this is going to give me my A chord. Alright, so I'm moving from that minor shape, that F sharp minor there, bringing this shape up. So basically to do this, I'm taking my 3rd and 4th fingers from the 4th fret up to the 7th fret, dropping my 2nd finger in, or my middle finger in there on the 6th fret of the G string. And from there, I'm just going to slide this up 2 frets for the B. Alright, so it'll be like okay, and we would just work together at a slow and steady pace until they got more comfortable with changing those positions. Okay, and that's what I suggest you do. Whether you use this song as a template or some other song, you can do this. But I wouldn't do it just randomly, I would do it in time with the music. Slow down, of course. So have your tempo 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the verse, and then I would just work with that. I would introduce the chorus before raising the tempo, okay? And the chorus just goes back up to that A, so up the 6th fret with your 2nd finger there. Gypsies wheel down the highway, back to the E. Repeat. Up to the A. Back to the E. Up to the B. So even that there, even though we're using the same shape, the E shape, fingers 2, 3, and 4, that's a big change for a day 1 beginner. But I get them just to lift their fingers a bit, slide their finger along the strings. Don't lift it off the strings because that confuses everything and you just lose track of where you are. But just slide along the strings into position, all right? Now, obviously, some people go to get this quicker, some people go to get this, it's going to take a little bit longer. But that's how I would start a day 1 beginner to play a song like Willie Nelson's On the Road Again, all right? I wouldn't come in with the bar chords. That's way too hard. Way too hard. I wouldn't do the open chords. A lot of gymnastics. When I find the right chords, but there's just too many gymnastics going on there. You got your C shape, G7, D minor shape, F shape, that's a tough chord. C and F is a tough, 2 of the toughest open chords you will ever try. Right, so open chords are out of the question. Bar chords are out of the question. Power chords, it's an option, but I generally find most acoustic guitar players don't like them, right? Because it's a bit of a stretch as well, but like just the sound, it's not very, what's the right word? It's not very, for want of a better term, music to your ears, all right? So like this way, you get them close to the chord there. And it sounds musical. There's some challenges in there for a day 1 beginner, but you get right into it, being able to play along with the song. Okay? So shout out to Esme for calling me and challenging me how to get around this. So let me know what you think. Is it Is there an easier way to do a day one beginner who knows nothing about guitar, never picked it up before, but it's coming in and wants to play this song because of a special reason? Okay? Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. I think it works. Alright? Obviously it's not perfect for everybody, and some people are perfectionists, so they want to get the full chord sounding. Great, go and do that. Spend a few months getting those chord shapes, whether it's open chords or bar chords, under your fingers, and with the strumming pattern as well. Speaking of the strumming pattern, what I would suggest is once we get the strum on the tempo or on the pulse, I would get double that. So before that, I only introduced that strum pattern on day one if they're getting that really quickly. And it's pretty rare somebody can get that really quickly, all right? But we've got to take it in baby steps. But that would be the next step I put in. And from there, we look at ways we can incorporate the strum pattern and maybe add a little bit more to the chord so it starts to sound bigger and fuller to accommodate for the strum pattern. But that will get you playing it. But again, let me know below. Tell me, is this the best way to play a song like this for a day one beginner? Love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, I'm Alan, and happy strumming and play songs for fun. All right, bye for now.